Hey, what's going on, James? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thanks for trying out the site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. I wanted to follow up here with the video analysis of your website and your business to kind of provide some further insight from what I can see as a search marketer. Shows kind of the potential of some of the keywords that we might want to capture and how we would go about ranking you for those keywords if we were to tackle this project on together. All right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website and see kind of what's been working out for you in terms of an SEO perspective. So the first thing I can see is that you have a decent amount of referring domains and a decent amount of backlinks, but definitely not where we need to be to basically put you at the authoritative level that holds the top rankings for all the keywords we want to go after. Now, in case you didn't know what a backlink is basically any website that's out there on the internet that goes and links back to your website via a hyperlink. So what I mean by that is if there is a blog out there that's called thesolarblog.com, and they mention you in the blog and they say, hey, if you're looking for the best Utah solar company, go check out gosolargroup.com. And if the person clicked on that link, it would take them straight to your website. And so Google actually tracks all these different websites that are linking back to your website, and they use that information to determine how authoritative your website is. And authority, in turn, determines how quickly you rank for all the keywords you want to rank for and how highly you rank for it. And so there's other nuances behind that, but that's a good way to look at it. And the backlinks are what are a part of determining the authority on your website. Because in Google's eyes, it's basically like as if it's like a popularity contest. It shows Google that you're the kind of website, your website is the kind of website that other websites like to talk about, right? Because they're linking back to your website, and your website is the kind of website that other websites like to refer their visitors to. And so in Google's eyes, it's a very good trust signal, and it's a very good measure of how authoritative your website is. And so at the end of the line, basically, you just want a lot more referring domains. You just want a lot of these websites pointing back to your website. We're looking at about 88 referring domains, 78 live. We want to shoot for about close to 300 to 400 referring domains on about 1 to 3,000 backlinks. That's really going to help show Google that you're the kind of website that other websites like to talk about, and it's really just going to put you at the authoritative level that we need to basically to outrank all your competition. Right. And so the other things that I can see right now is the number of organic keywords is basically if you rank for the phrase Utah Solar Company, that would be one keyword you rank for, and you rank for about 1,100 of these keywords. And the organic traffic is the estimated number of people that are visiting your website organically through Google. And so it looks like we're at right about 259 right now. So now going back to the backlinks and things like that, that's our job. If we were to work on this together, we would source these links for you and continue to build the authority on your website so that Google can recognize your website as an authoritative one. Yeah, so it looks like we've been bouncing back between about 170 to right around 380. So we can definitely help you there and bring more traffic to your website. Now let's take a look and see what kind of keywords you currently rank for. So James, I can see that you rank for Go Solar, which is cool because actually the reason why you rank for this, you get so much credit for this phrase is because you actually have the that name in the URL, and your content probably has a lot of this word Go Solar Group a lot, and so you're getting a lot of this credit, Go Solar. So you actually rank number 5. We can help you get to the number 1 spot for that, absolutely. No problem, because you actually have the name of the URL. It's one of the easiest things that we can do. Utah Solar Company is huge, huge for sure. So it looks like you rank number 6 for that. We want to make sure that we rank you for the top position, because then you're going to capture the majority of the traffic as opposed to like 10–15% of it. So that Solar Company is Utah, another great one that you're ranking for right now. It looks like you jumped up 21 positions for this spot. So that's a great job there. Yeah, we would just continue to build the authority on your website and rank you for the number 1 spot there. Utah Solar Company is another great one. Go Solar Group. Go solar login, most efficient solar panels. That's a great one for to build the authority in your website and to just capture traffic that way, just so that if anyone's interested in that kind of thing, they can go to your website and they can start seeing your website in your group as an authoritative one, and then that in itself will eventually convert to leads. Like even if this right here, this page will only convert one lead per month, and then out of that, if you close 1 in 5, you know, every 5 months you're capturing a sale off of this keyword and this page, like, you know, why not, right? So definitely Rocky Mountain power rates, Go Solar Group Utah, average kilowatts per day, Rocky Mountain power rate increased history. So a lot of these keywords that you're ranking for is because you actually have an inner page that specifically target, like, what is the average household energy usage in Utah, average kilowatts per day. I'm sure you have this kind of phrase in your content, and Google can give you credit for similar phrases to what that target keyword is, and so that's how you're getting credit for it. So actually, this page right here is you're actually getting a lot of searches per month for that kind of phrase, and you're ranking 18th for it. So maybe something that you probably had no idea you were ranking for, but yeah, those are the kind of things. Now, let's take a look. What I did was I actually typed in Solar Utah into the Keywords Explorer. This allows us to see kind of the metrics of a specific keyword. So you can see right here, solar panels Utah is a great one. Search volume of 700. Keyword difficulty of 7. Now, keyword difficulty is on a scale of 0 to 100. It's a metric that Ahrefs came up with. It's a rough ballpark of how difficult it might be to rank for a keyword, 100 being the hardest. And so what I can say is, like, with a keyword difficulty of 7, from my own experience, it's actually very, very easy for us to rank for. Now, it's not as easy as a keyword that's like between 0 to 4, but even with a keyword difficulty of 7, we've historically been able to rank within months. So that's something that we could definitely help you with ranking for. Now, let me kind of step back a little bit and explain kind of how we would go about ranking you for these kinds of keywords that we want to go after. So, James, anyone that is worth their salt in terms of an SEO knows that you don't just kind of guess and figure out what kind of keywords you should go after. What they do is they use tools like Ahrefs that allows you to kind of see the exact metrics of a website, not a website, of a keyword, and then hash out a plan of attack based on the keywords that we want to go after. And so how we determine the keywords that we want to go after is the kind of thing where we want to go after the ones that have decent amount of search volume, that actually has search volume, right? And then that have low competition, right? And so what we like to do here at Mr. and Mrs. Leads is we'll have our main keywords that we want to go after that have competition but still has a lot of search volume. So those are the kinds of keywords we want to go after. But in that process, we also want to rank you for a couple of other keywords that basically have a lot less competition in there. And so what we call those in the SEO industry is what's called long tail keywords, where they're longer phrases that are similar to the niche that you provide, but because everyone has different vernacular, because some people are looking for specific things, those still get search volume, but they have a lot less competition. And so in a sense, they're like low-hanging fruit, where there's less competition, but there's still a decent amount of search volume. So it's a lot easier for us to rank and a lot quicker for us to rank you for those low-hanging fruit, for those longer tail phrases, in the process of ranking you for the main keywords. And so something like this, let's see, so something like Utah solar tax credit still gets 200 searches per month. And if you think about it, the kind of people that are searching up Utah solar tax credit are the people that may be interested in putting up solar on their solar panels on their house, because they're like, okay, well, if I get this amount of credit back for setting up solar, then holy crap, I'm going to be saving up this amount of money per year. And if the content hashed around that kind of thing, and then it directs them towards, hey, if you're interested in this kind of thing, why don't you just apply to request a free quote? You know, it's not going to charge you anything. It's only going to take you 5 minutes of your time, and then we can just kind of go from there. That's a great segue for us to do that, and this would be a great keyword for us to capture, right? And so that's the kind of thing, and it has five keyword difficulties. So like I said, low competition, and very easy for us to rank for that kind of keyword as long as we hash out the content for that kind of thing. And so that's the kind of thing that we would do. And so let's say that we wanted to capture this phrase right here, Utah solar tax credit. So do you see how, like in this previous page, like what you're currently getting credit for? The reason why you're ranking for the phrase most efficient solar panels is because you actually have a page that's built out that says uh, gosolargroup.com/compare-types- of solar panels and efficiency. So you have these kinds of phrases, most efficient solar panels, types of solar panels, and efficiency in your actual landing page, and that's why you're getting so much credit for it. And I'm sure you don't even know that this actually gets 3,400 searches per month, and you're already ranking on the 29th ranking for that kind of phrase, and that's because you have a page built out for that kind of thing. That's essentially what we would do. So we would build out 10 pages specifically targeting the keywords we want to go after. So if we want to go after the phrase Utah solar tax credit, we would go and build out a page that says gosolargroup.com/Utah what is that? Utah-solar-tax-credit or something similar to that, hash out the content for it, and start ranking that page for the keyword that we want to go after. That's essentially what we would do if we want to go after solar panels Utah, Solar City Utah, Utah Solar, that kind of thing, and we would just hash out the content and build out a page specifically targeting that keyword. So that has worked phenomenally well for our previous clients, and that's exactly what we would do for your website because we know that ranks. We know it ranks because that's exactly what's been working for your website as well, right? And that's essentially what we would be doing. And then along with building out the content, along with building out the authority on your website, along with some like citations and things like that, that would help, again, build the credibility on your website and help show Google that you're the kind of website that deserves to be at the top of Google. It's all just going to help in terms of ranking you and really taking you to the next level. Now, James, here at the office, we've talked a lot about working with a solar company. We have like private mortgage lenders and that kind of thing, and a financing group, and they're actually looking into financing for solar companies like yourself. And so we're very interested in this space. We just don't have anyone that we're working with right now currently that we would love to work with, and then we can expand our portfolio in that angle and then really build this out. So I am very interested in working with a solar company in Utah or anywhere really, and I know our own firm is very interested in working with a Utah, or not Utah, a solar group in general. So we would love to talk further with you about this and set up some kind of meeting over the phone, or maybe like a video Skype conference call or something like that. We could do that as well. But would love to kind of initiate the conversation, ask you a few questions about what you're looking to do with the business, where you're at, what your goals are a year or two from now, as well as your time frame, and then your marketing budget. Maybe hash out a plan of attack, and then go ahead and get started on this, because we can absolutely take you to the next level, and we can really bring you an influx of traffic. So you're not sitting out there getting about 200 to 300 visitors per month, but thousands, right? And that's just only the beginning. So so yeah, appreciate it, James. I really look forward to talking to you soon, and take care. All right, thank you.